corners.
If I thought anything would be beneficial to put on the screen, it'd be that popagreenshoes.com.
Okay.
Okay, we can do that.
Yeah, we can absolutely do that. All right.
I'll float them
All
over
right.
there.
We're live on the internet right
Live
now.
on the
Live.
internet.
Oh, hey, everybody. Hey, I didn't see you there. Good morning, Ozarks. I think we're getting ready to go live on the Facebooks. I'll just give it a second here
We are.
for the live. Good morning,
We
Twitch.
are now live on Facebook.
Good morning, Facebook. Good morning, YouTube. And good morning, Jody.
Good morning.
Hey, you guys, look who we're here with. It's the octopus behind the drums for Papa Green Shoes.
Giraffe. It's a giraffe.
It's the giraffe behind the drums
I
for
like
Papa Green
octopus
Shoes.
better, actually. That's better.
It's like
I
you
like
got 8
water.
arms sometimes.
I like water.
We've got a pretty crazy episode for you. It's actually kind of a surprise guest this morning.
Funny how things work out.
Funny how things work out. I was just talking about earlier. I was trying to get some ideas for the topics for this morning, and I was scrolling through Facebook, and right now lawmakers are in Washington trying to ban the way that Tide Pods are made right now. They say that they look too delicious, and they look like toys, and they look like something you want to eat.
It's because we don't have a Coliseum here.
Giant sweethearts.
Giant
Yeah.
sweethearts.
It's because we don't have a Coliseum. That's what Sarah believes. That like all these people are doing these stupid things because we can't just put them all in a pit to fight each other.
They have repressed anger issues, and they can't take it out in the Coliseum, so instead they do Tide Pod challenges.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's what I think. I don't know.
I mean, when I was young, I did some strange stuff, but never
Yeah.
in Tide Pods. You know.
What was the equivalent in the past of like the challenges that they do nowadays?
Snorting pixie sticks.
There's one.
You know, you
Snorting
was at the
pixie
skate
right.
rink, and you had those little things that were shaped like fruit. You know.
Oh, you're right.
Remember that?
Yeah, with the green lids, and you
Yes.
just do that.
Yeah, the green lids, exactly.
Oh my
it
gosh!
hurt.
It's like, oh, why did I do that? I don't know. Let's go
I
skate.
don't think it would kill you though.
Yeah, that's kind of ridiculous. I don't know. This, you know what? This didn't give me the notification that we went live.
It's reducing the amount of people it's notifying these days.
That
but,
is
you know.
not cool.
That sucks.
That zucks.
Zucks.
That's what he was saying earlier.
He
that
just
zucks.
made that up. Wasn't that great?
If you have a complaint about Facebook, just say that zucks.
It'd be like the Primus thing, where back in the day where they said Primus sucks, you know, well now it'd be Facebook, that sucks. Just let that go out there.
I'm
Our
gonna
algorithm
do a
down to
post, and I'll
4.
just, you can just approve it. Is
Okay.
that cool?
Yeah, that's fine. I'll do that so I don't have to share it. That's good. Well, hey, we've got some cool information about Luttrell's auction house, auction barn, auction place over on Kearney. For years, that's been a pretty popular place for people to go to hear bluegrass and country music and just Western music. They've had swing bands, all kinds of things out there. They've changed their name. They've rebranded a little bit. And I think it has something to do with the cruising on Kearney because they've rebranded as Route 66 Opry. So you can kind of see the demographic you're going for there. It's a pretty cool place. I've been in there a few times, mostly for the auctions, though.
Well, the music side of it is kind of like a real small Opry, you know, and with all the other things they've had in town over the last 50 years, the little small things that pop up about music.
Yeah.
Kind of neat that they branded it that way.
It is
I
kind of
like
neat.
it.
You remember Red Heifels? Is that Ozark Country
yeah.
Jubilee
Oh,
or
yeah.
Ozark Mountain Jubilee?
Mountain Jubilee.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, that's
stuff
fun.
like that.
I remember being there with like 4 years old or younger, and my uncle and aunts and everybody would be on stage playing old music, playing George Jones and stuff.
Because your family and my family played together when we were little bitty people.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
We were running around like just bored to death kids, you know, trying not to get in trouble. And our parents and such were having a blast.
My mom tells me all the time, "Oh, there's Jody and Stoney. I used to play with their dad."
Yeah. Yeah. We get that all our life.
Yep, that's it. I get that quite a bit.
Well, the Luttrell's thing ought to be neat switching over to the 6-6. And
Yeah.
that is a place that has had some of the best. I mean, Bobby Lloyd Hicks played there forever,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd always go watch him. Or, you know, just to see that live country, live bluegrass, it's real wholesome. It's just a great place. So
It
it'll
is.
fit in real good with Route 66.
Yeah, have you heard of what is that group called? It's Music Monday.
Music Monday. I think they meet once a month, maybe, and it's some of the older generation of the Springfield music scene.
Yeah.
It is definitely, I mean, those are like the icons of the Springfield music
Yeah.
scene. That's when you see Donnie Thompson giving a speech, or Lou Whitney would gave a speech, or Bobby Lloyd would give a speech. It is literally going, talk about education.
Yes.
Because they're talking about when Don Ships or Wonderly or Bill Brown were all like little people, and they go way, way back. Some of the history that you could just go there and learn. Just learn a lot just listening.
That's on. Where do they even meet?
It's different places.
I
Sometimes
stumbled
they do
across their
different places.
Facebook. I couldn't really tell any specific place.
They've done convention centers, like maybe the one down there where the John Q. Hammond's Convention Center. They'll just try to find a nice, clean, big room and then advertise it, and then have a guy come in and talk.
It's really neat. It's a lot of people who have just been a part of the local music scene for a very long time. Like you said, you can go there and just learn. Just sit back and listen and just learn about the way that music is and the way that music's developed around the area. You can learn a whole lot. We should go there sometime.
I really do want to go. There
I bet we can get a lot of
are a
interviews.
few activities I love more than like listening to old people stories.
It's true.
Like, they have
I've
some
always
great
said
stories.
I like old people and little people, and the ones in the middle kind of scare me a little
Right,
bit.
Yeah.
exactly.
Really old and really little, we get along great.
I guess compared to you, a lot of people are little, though.
That's just
Well-
short. I mean, like, screaming baby little.
Oh, yeah, those people.
Little people that fall down when they look up at me.
Yeah.
You know.
Weebles.
Aw.
There you go.
They wobble, but they don't fall down. So you actually, going back to that stupid Tide Pod thing, you've worked on appliances for a long time now.
You know what's strange is about 10 years ago, I left the phone world, the communication world. I worked for the phone company for almost 17 years, and left there and started my own appliance repair business called Tall Guy Appliance. Another tall joke.
Naturally.
But it fit in pretty good because I'm Jody Guy, and then it was Tall Guy.
Oh, tall guy.
And
That makes sense.
I married a girl named Sandy from Marshfield, and I'd go do work, and they'd go, I forget his name, but he's that tall guy. And I'm like, oh, this is perfect.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I've been working on washing machines and dryers and refrigerators and stoves and dishwashers for about 10 years now.
And have you ever heard of people
I
can't even say it. Eating detergent?
No. I mean, I have to breathe dust and eat detergent when I'm just cleaning stuff because it gets all over me. It's
yeah.
disgusting. So when I heard that first on the media, I thought, this is ridiculous. But I don't think I'd want to eat any Tide Pods. And I think it's strange that they're going to make them, make it look less appealing to eat.
Yeah.
People have died.
People
People have died because they have bleach in them. A lot of them do, and people ingest that. But you have to think also of all of the warnings that you see on any kind of product, and those are there because somebody did that at some point, and they have to tell people now.
Right, and they've tested it. And I can only imagine what that would do to your gut. And if eating Alka-Seltzer tablets is enough to screw things up just because of the bubble and what have you, I can only imagine what soap. Yuck.
Gross.
Just gross.
It's so nasty.
Deborah K. Klein.
Straighten up out there, people. I was talking to Sarah the other day, and we were talking about how there's all these different internet challenges, because we were kind of going through some stuff that we could do to add to the show, some fun things. And I came across the ALS challenge. Whenever people were doing the ice bucket.
Oh,
and,
yeah, the ice bucket
that was
challenge.
fun. It was cheap. Everybody could do it.
Fairly harmless.
Fairly harmless. People might have dropped the buckets on people's head, but then you get funny videos out of it.
Yeah.
But they cured ALS by getting so much funds from that thing. Why can't
Cured
people...
it. Did you guys know that? They cured ALS because of the ice bucket challenge.
Yeah. So straighten up, people. Stop eating Tide Pods and start curing diseases again.
Yeah.
Right. Use your energy for a little bit more positive.
Right.
Exactly.
Instead of, look at me.
We need to
I'm
cure
a
stupidity.
bubble.
Somebody, some dude online was smoking one out of an apparatus. A Tide Pod.
A Tide Pod.
God. If you're going to smoke a Tide Pod, you deserve to smoke a Tide Pod.
Deborah K. Klein said she went to high school with Bill Brown.
Oh, that's cool.
Let's see here.
Bill Brown was an icon. I mean,
Yeah.
one of the grooviest guitar player, rock and rollers.
Dean Daisy says, "Hey, I know that guy."
Well, hello, Mr. Smooth. How are you?
Mr. Smooth.
Oh, yeah. Dean Daisy's our bass player, Papa Green Shoes.
Oh, very
he
cool.
He is an amazing person, amazing singer, and one hell of a partner to have in a rhythm section for the band.
Well, let's talk a little bit more about Papa Green Shoes. We're here at the Riff. You guys actually have a regular gig here.
We have
Tonight.
been playing. Yeah, it is tonight. Thursday nights. We've been playing. Papa Green Shoes has been playing at Classic Rock Coffee. At first was the club. Now it's the Riff. For over 2 years now on Thursday nights from 7:30 to 9:30, and it's just a blast. It turned into, 80 to 120 of our best friends showing up every single Thursday night and having a good time.
Oh, that's
You were
awesome.
saying like they actually decided to turn this area into this venue because you guys had such a draw.
Really? I'd hate to claim it all, but Kent, who owns Classic Rock Coffee, and his staff, Nick and Noble, they're such fans of live entertainment and rock and roll and good music that they really wanted this venue. But after a couple of years of being on Thursday nights and having 80 to 100 people just packing sardines into this little club, it made sense that, hey, we might be able to do something. And now it's only been a month or two that it's been open, and they're bringing huge acts in here, and they're starting to fill the place up, and the town's really starting to see it. And when you walk out of a beat up old used car, and then all of a sudden somebody hands you the keys to a brand new car, this is like driving a brand new car.
Yeah.
This club is incredible.
It's still got
Everybody
that new
loves
venue
it.
smell.
It does have a venue smell. It does, but it's state of the art PA, state of the art lighting, phenomenal staff, and what a better place to sit down and
Make it visual for people. And that's a good way to do it. I mean, if you think about it, like, it'd kind of be cool to set up backwards if people want to see how it does. It's kind of tempting when you put it that way.
mirrored out, put mirrors there, and then go backwards. That'd be neat. And then it lets the octopus escape the drum set when I need to get out on the stage and do my thing.
You could run around and just...
It makes it easier to escape, a lot easier to jump out. Besides being stuck in the corner in a hole,
Oh yeah,
drummer in a hole.
The
drummer in a hole.
Drummers always have to move that.
That
hi-hat, move it out of the way, sit down, and put it back.
Mike's falling.
That's what happens. So it's been 2 years since you guys have done Papa Green Shoes here. How long has Papa Green Shoes been a band just as a whole?
About 4 years ago, Stoney and I had the idea to put another band together because we had that blues band back in the day, and Stoney had moved from playing the bass guitar to the guitar, and he'd spent a couple of years playing with other groups, and we decided to put together a band to play the songs that we really wanted to play. And I'll never forget Stoney one time said, "I get to play what I've been wanting to hear."
Yeah.
And I thought, man, that's really impactful, because you get to play what you've been wanting to hear, so there's no more want anymore. He just plays. And we've had a few changes in the lineup, but about 2 years ago, just a little bit more than 2 years ago, we finally laid into this lineup that's just, I couldn't ask for any better. I mean, we had to have patience through those first 2 years of some hard nights, and some hard breakups, I'll call it, because everyone we played with are great people. It just didn't really feel like it fit. It wasn't a good fit and shoe. And,
that's always rough too.
So 2 years ago, Dean Daisy, we picked him up, and Casey Kavanaugh, who plays sax and keys, and sings and plays guitar, and he's a phenomenal musician. He's probably the closest thing to my dad that I've ever seen. Jimmy Guy, being a one-man band and playing music, every kind of music, sings like a bird. And then Stoney and I were like, hey, this is really groovy. And we have played together now for a couple of years, and it's starting to pay off. I mean, 2018, we've got some great festivals coming up, and that's kind of our business model, so to speak, is we didn't want to go do the 9-to-1 bar thing like we did all of our lives as kids.
Yeah.
We would much rather have a nice steady gig, a house gig, which is here at the Riff inside Classic Rock Coffee, and then we wanted to be able to play larger shows. So we've been thankful to play the Sertoma events, whatever they may be, whether it's cashew or barbecue or ribs or what have you. Route 66, those little things have popped around. And this upcoming year, it seems about once or twice a month, we will get to go play on a festival stage and, give the audience our 45 or 60-minute best.
That's awesome. What are some festivals that you guys have went to recently?
Well, recently, some fun things we did. Kenny Wayne Shepherd came through the Gilloys, and we had an opportunity to open up for him.
Yeah, it said Kenny W. Shepherd on the sign. I thought that was really funny.
I was like, you could have put it on the front and had his whole name on there.
He, the funnest thing, Kenny Wayne, great guitar player, neat singer. Selfishly, the funnest part for me, if funnest is a word, Stevie Ray Vaughan's drummer, he's carrying him around now. So Chris Latham, the whipper, I walk in with that Drake drum set. I built that drum set out of a bicycle. Yeah. And I bring it into the Gilloys, and all of a sudden this little bitty dude walks up to me and he's like, hey, this is neat. Da, da, da. We start, just shucking and jiving. And I'm kind of embarrassed because I don't remember things greatly. Dean comes up to me and says, "That's Stevie Ray's drummer." I'm like, "What?" And so sure enough, the rest of the night, got to hang out with him, and that was fun. That was a neat gig. The Gilroys has been real nice to us. They let us play there whenever it fits, whenever it's a good fit, and the Kenny Wayne was a good fit. We have some upcoming stuff. We're going to go to Poplar Bluff this to come back, so we're going to co-headline that festival this year.
That's awesome.
It's a 3-day thing, so we'll get to play Friday, Saturday, and then we did this Sunday morning kind of a service type of thing.
Yeah.
When I say service, weirdly enough, we started off with a Bob Dylan tune called "Serve Somebody," and it's basically it might be the devil, it might be the Lord, but you're gonna have to serve somebody.
Yeah.
And it's off that Slow Train album. And then we ended with Whiskey and You. So it was kind of, it was a service, but it was more like just check yourself. Kind of like, quit eating Tide Pods and do something right.
Right.
And,
do something productive.
we'll do the Route 66 Music Festival. It's coming back around. And there's a few other ones in the works. And the Red, White, and Boom Festivals in Mount Vernon. We're going to do that this year. And, it's just nice to be able to have cool gigs and then hold on to this house gig at the same time.
Yeah, people can find all your shows on your website, right?
Yeah, at papagreenshoes.com.
Do we have a graphic for that? Maybe we can put it up for a little bit.
Yeah, we can get her up there. papagreenshoes.com, that's where you can hang on to, of course, the schedule. You get a little bio information about Dean and Casey and Stoney and I. Also, there's some music on there, and it's just kind of our gateway to get the ball rolling when we need to sell ourselves.
Plus, every Thursday here at the Riff, you guys can start your weekend a little bit early. And what time do you guys usually get started?
They open the doors around 7, and we play from 7:30 to 9:30, and you can pretty much set your watch by it.
Oh.
At 9:30, we're going to get out of here. I mean, I live in Marshfield, and I always joke, I'm home by Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
We can get home, and you can either catch the news or go to sleep, or if you want, go off and see some of these other acts that play in Springfield, because there's a lot of good music starting up on Thursdays now that play till 12 or 1.
Yeah.
And we go do the same thing. If
a lot
our
of
friends are playing, we'll go there.
A lot of the doors everywhere else will open at like 9, and the music gets started at like 9:45 or something. So by the time this is over, you could, buy your merch, get your stuff signed by these guys, and then drive downtown and go to some stuff. You could have an entire day of music.
You're all warmed up and ready to continue partying.
That's right. Well lubricated.
Yes.
That sounded worse than the thing
like
that I'm in.
Whoa.
Yeah, that sounds like a Subway ad. Oh my gosh, I saw this. Is John here? John Wright?
Oh, I think
He was here.
He was here.
Well, his jacket's over there, I think.
I think that's somebody else's.
Oh, I don't know.
Sitting back there. I'm
Something
not
about
really
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, we were talking about.
Get your Subway Valentine a foot long or something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
It was like a
horrible.
Subway sign that said, "Get your Valentine."
Give your Valentine a foot long.
Yeah, or
Something
something
like
like that. Like treat your Valentine right with a foot long.
That's what it was.
Yeah. That's an innuendo.
Oh boy.
So what's this Get Your Rock Life Back gig on the 31st?
Well, the rockers in town, and man, I grew up in the 80s, so I just love rock and roll. That big hair, makeup, 80s stuff was like in my blood.
I think people miss that now.
I
Yeah.
kind of
see a lot of posts of that.
I just want to channel my Tommy Lee and go, on a roller coaster.
Yeah.
But it is a benefit, and they're going to put some of the best rock and roll bands on stage here at the Riff for a night of rock and roll and get your rock life back. So it just kind of throws everybody back to the 80s and 90s, and it is for a benefit.
I love this idea.
Come help a good cause, but also try to get your hair as big as you can. Aquanet is a good
Yes.
thing.
You can
Rave
still get it at the
4.
Walmarts.
Rave is real good.
Tight pants.
You gotta. The real trick is to flip your hair upside down, hairspray it while it's upside down, and then you take a pick and you just back comb it until it gets
Real big.
I've seen my mom do this for like
Decades.
20
And then
years.
hit it again
She
with
still
some
does it.
Aquanet again.
Yeah, Aquanet while you're blow drying, because you have to make sure that all the little wispy things are solid.
She did my hair for Halloween when I was.
Tammy Faye Baker?
Yep.
Yeah, that was good. We were Jim and Tammy Faye for Halloween. It was pretty insane.
I missed that. That would have been good.
Yeah.
That would've been real
I
good.
needed to carry around a big bucket of food, though. You know how he's selling those like end of the world rations now?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I could do that. Well, I mean, I guess that's pretty much everything that's going on tonight. You can catch a show at the Outland. I'm going to be over there.
Who's there tonight?
I don't know. Let me check. Probably good.
Well, if
thing
you want
to
to start things off early, pop into
Yes.
the Riff here at Classic Rock Coffee, and Papa Green Shoes will take the stage at 7:30, and they'll
If you've
open
never
the doors
seen them,
at
you're missing
7.
out.
It is, we try real hard to entertain, and we try to be one of the most entertaining groups around.
They do a good job of it.
And it's just so much fun. We have fun.
They do have a lot of fun. I remember the first time I got to work with you guys over at Lindbergh's, and I thought it was amazing. Well, first off, that it was you guys, and that was cool. And I had just started like running live sound and stuff, but then like Stoney had that amp that I had seen at so many shows. You know, that the one. Didn't your dad make that out of an old
Victor record player?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And it's like that tweed, and it's all ratty, and it just looks like it's survived a fire.
It's about this big, though.
Yeah.
It's a nice small amp, but it's got a really good tone. It's got a really good like blues tone. He like melts faces with it. It's amazing.
Dallas and Barrick were in the club last week, and they're such good songwriters and such good players, and this is gonna sound horrible, but like real talent intimidates me. Really good songwriting and really good voice and all that just intimidates me. And they came in, and I thought, oh no, oh golly, Dallas and Barrick are here. And so it was real important to me to find out what they said. And I heard that one of the first things Barrick said is, I forgot how good Stoney's guitar tone is.
Yeah.
And Stoney again has now played what he's been wanting to hear, and that little amp's what does it.
It is.
That Dad built, so.
That is so cool.
It's just got just come hear it. Come tonight and hear it, and you can hear the amp we're talking about. If you're a gearhead, it's going to throw your world upside down.
It will.
I'll tell you that.
Hey, I want to thank you guys for throwing me in the mix.
I'm just going to hug you.
Thank you so much. Don't eat the Tide Pods. Right?
Yeah, stay away from the detergent pods, people. That's disgusting.
Yeah,
all right.
Eat pixie sticks.
Yes.
Snort them if you got
Snort them if you got
I don't know about that anymore, but
No, please
at least
don't do that.
Shoot them straight. Shoot them straight.
Yeah, just rip the little thing off. Here's the deal. Don't put them in your mouth and try to suck the thing out of it. It'll clog it up.
Yeah.
It's made of paper, guys.
You got to be a pro pixie stick eater.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, hey, what's the question of the day?
I've been watching you since you started. Whether I catch you here or catch you at Stepchild or just catch you wherever, and it's a blast to watch you. And I think I could speak for the community when I say thanks for doing this, because we need more people that are doing positive things. Like you said, instead of staying at home and eating Tide Pods, you're out here doing things, and it's not as easy as just turning something on and going, "Hi, we're here." I noticed just from the setup before we started this, you guys are savvy, and it takes a lot more than people would think. So thank you very much to the both of you for doing what you do.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're more than welcome. You deserve it.
It does take a lot. Me and Sarah work. This is the part where I'm going to tell you to like and subscribe.
Yeah, right.
Sarah and I work. Her more than me. She does so much social media stuff, but pretty much from the moment we wake up, before we even get out of bed, we're talking about the episode of the show, what's going to happen with the show, and it's the last thing we talk about at night. So we put it in almost 24 hours. I would say we put at least 16 hours a day.
I
We're
would
never
think
not
you're
working.
addicted. You must be addicted.
We're workaholics.
That's the definition of
I like that
addiction
workahol.
right there. I think about it when I go to bed, and I think about it when I get up.
And if we're sitting at home and we're just if we have 2 seconds of leisure time, it's what could I be doing to work on the Springfield Beat stuff and get stuff for the community and work on the shows and
hustling to try to make money in non-traditional
Oh, yeah.
ways so that we don't have to get normie jobs and can keep doing this. you
Yeah.
know?
So it'd help us if you guys would watch on Twitch,
Yeah.
because Twitch, there's a 15 or 30 second video at the beginning that's a commercial or something.
They're really short. They're short ads.
But get over the commercial, because the commercial gives us a little money. So go watch us. It's the same exact thing. You can still interact with us. We also have the show on Facebook Live and our YouTube page. So the YouTube page, go subscribe to that over there, because we need thousands of subscribers now since YouTube changed their terms. But the best thing you can do now, I guess, as far as that goes, is just share the page and help us get the word out right now.
Give them money. Send you money.
Give us
these
money.
guys money.
We don't have
They're
the
working
nonprofit
hard.
set up yet,
Yeah,
but we will.
Yeah, we're trying to set this up so it's a nonprofit for the community, since it's just community awareness kind of stuff that we talk about anyway.
And pushing arts and anything that's pushing arts in the community. Springfield's struggling in some ways, and these a lot of people will come and go to college here and then leave because there's not really a lot. It doesn't seem like there's a lot going on here, and I think it's because a lot of the entertainment and arts communities are like kind of disjointed. So we're trying to pull everybody together.
Well, and I see the struggle as growth. I mean, look what you're doing. You're touching all these media formats and all these different platforms, and you're doing things that 10 years ago didn't even exist.
Yeah.
So even though it's kind of a struggle, it's really growth.
Yeah.
And anyone knows that, you know, to do anything that has to do with growing, it does take some money. It does take participation.
Yep.
And so, yeah, subscribe and do anything you can to help these two out.
Plus, check this out, guys. We started doing the show from this angle because it shows a little bit more about how big the room actually is.
The venue's beautiful. It's a beautiful place in here.
But all these tables back here, you can actually come and be a part of the live studio audience. You know, we can ask you questions or leave you alone or do whatever. You can participate in the show.
You might even get to be part of a challenge, but we promise it's not going to be a Tide Pod challenge.
Yeah, on Tuesdays, John Wright was here earlier. He's the 417 food dude. He goes around and does like positive kind of, basically, here's where like the secret places you should eat are around the Ozarks. So
here's the experience you will have when you go eat at this place.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
So we're going to bring him on Tuesdays to talk about both what he's been eating lately around town, you know, the little hidden gems, but also he's going to do some food challenges. He doesn't know this yet, but he's going to do, the first one that I want to do is called the Tin Can Challenge. If you guys know what that is, it's where you take a bunch of different weird stuff in cans, you take the labels off, you mix them up, and then you have to take turns opening them, and you have to like eat part of what's inside.
I'm out.
It could be dog food, guys.
I believe we're also planning a taco eating contest to see who can eat the most tacos.
There's nothing better than tacos.
You know what I'd like to do is a blind taco taste test, so we could get tacos from different places around Springfield and see if we can differentiate where they came from.
We need to find, and if that's going to be the case, because I used to, when I lived in Cincinnati, there was this little taco joint that I used to frequent, and they had beef brain tacos.
What? That
and
sounds
it was like this,
mad cow.
this weird, like, white, it was like if you took a piece of chalk,
cow.
yeah, if you put a piece of chalk and, like, let it get waterlogged in a puddle and then took it out and ate it, that's kind of what it tasted like.
That makes me nauseated.
It was
Well,
awful.
tacos are so delicious. It almost makes me think the Sertoma people could kick up. They have every other kind of thing going on. They ought to have Taco Day over there at the old festival. Or maybe we'll start it and they can take over.
Hey, there we go. We can start the taco festival.
Collaboration, that's what it's about.
I don't know if you put
Growth.
if you put a Craigslist ad that said taco festival.
It might not go
It
over
might
as
land
well
right
there.
next to the subway ad.
Yeah, it might. All right, guys, go to papagreenshoes.com. Thank you so much for being on the show
Thanks
once
again,
again.
brother. Thanks,
Like, subscribe, do all that stuff, and come tonight to. I don't think the show at the Outland's going on anymore. I don't see it on the website.
Oh, that's
So
weird.
so check the Outland website out, I guess. But definitely tonight at 7:30, you're going to want to be right here in this room. It's enormous. Here, you know what I'm going to do?
Do you run?
I'm going to do this thing. I don't think that's done yet, but I'm going to show everybody what the room looks like.
Oh, yeah,
wanna
that's
take
a
them on
great
tour?
idea.
Yeah, take them on a little tour. I can't go very far, but I've got a little bit of cord here. Here, let's. So this is the Riff. There's Jody Guy. There's Sarah. And this is the mezzanine. This place is huge. They've got like some scaffolding stuff over there, some truss, a big circular lit up truss thing that's awesome. A lot of seating. I think what's the max capacity in here? Like 344, I think.
I think right now
Currently?
it's 344, and we're going to have it upgraded once we finish the mezzanine.
Yeah, once the mezzanine's done, it'll be bigger. But here's the stage. I'm scared I'm going to fall up. Here's the stage. This thing is pretty big, too. And you can see Papa Green stage rocking out. This is the final occupancy after the mezzanine. So,
Tony, thank you.
thank you so much. Here, I'm going to wave from back behind the camera. You guys have a great day. I'll see you guys tonight, 7:30 tonight here at the Riff. Next door to Classic Rock Coffee at Sunset in Kansas for Papa Green Shoes. You get to see those guys. Have a great day, everyone.
Bye.
Oh, thank you.
Nothing wrong with that.
That was a lot of
Nothing
fun.
wrong with that.
Why is this doing weird things?